Now that we're all kind of settling in, I know some of us just hopped on. Just one last time, that playlist is in the chat if you'd like to grab it. We're going to start on our backs. And so far the requests have been shoulders and calmness. If you ever want to message directly in the chat to me, you don't have to do it to everyone. Throw anything you'd like to request in there, or just feedback at all. So just thankful to spend this next 30 minutes with you all and slowing down and just being intentional with our breathing, our mind, that headspace, our bodies, all the things. Just a little self-care for this next 30 minutes. As you're on your back, you are exactly where you need to be. I know there's a lot of thoughts and things that can be calling us away from this moment, but to remain present, think about your breath. A big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. And just know this is such a powerful tool, not only right now, but throughout your day. To just check in with yourself. To be intentional of how you feel mentally, physically, emotionally. Let's take 3 more breaths together. Option to open the lips and just audibly exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, intentional breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And allow your breathing to come back to its normal rhythm, allowing you to just take note of how you're feeling in your body today. We'll start with the toes. We'll move our way up our bodies today. So feel free to just, on your back, just gently wiggle the toes. Maybe open them up. Make fists with your toes as you crunch them down into each other. And then start to move the foot on the ankle. Point and flex through the ankle. Maybe make some circles in and out. Just a little bit of movement on your backs. And as you point and flex through the feet, notice how the calves engage, so the back of your legs start to just feel the strength and activation. Also the groundedness and the support that you have underneath you. And then we'll start to engage the thighs. So just squeeze your thighs. I know it can be kind of weird, but it feels good just to lay there and just be gentle with our bodies and just feel the strength and activation that we can do. And then take that movement with a little bit of swaying in the hips. So as we sway into the hips, we're kind of rocking on our glutes, the right and left side of our body. Allow the legs to come with it. So allow the shins, the ankles, and the toes to sway side to side. And then start to shift into the hips to create length. So reach into the hips, down into the heels. Really see if you can get your legs longer. And then reach up out of the hips. Allow this shifting of the hips to reach into the low, middle, and upper back. And even start to wiggle into the shoulders. Just create space and length in that spine. And then take that length and that wiggling through the neck and through the top of the head. So see if you can reach the top of the head closer towards the top of your mat. And then we'll continue to wiggle into the shoulders and we'll reach through the arms, just having some intention and movement in the fingertips. Pointing and flexing through the digits, making fists, opening up the hands. And then move the hands on the wrist. And in your next inhale, we'll take the knees to the chest, big hug. Take the hands to the knees or the shins. And then as we do this big self-compassionate hug for ourselves, See if you can rock gently on that low back. Maybe tuck the chin to gain a little bit of length and stretch in the upper shoulders. And just a held, cradled, really grounded shape in this big self-compassionate hug for ourselves. And on your inhale, we'll extend the right leg long. And as we extend the right leg long, let's pause and breathe into the back of that right leg. As we breathe into the back of this right leg, you can make it as intentional and strong or as passive and light as you'd like. So you might reach that right hip down into the mat as you reach the heel up to the sky. Just really trying to create some length and some activation in the core at the same time. We're hugging that left knee into our chest. And then we'll just switch sides. Draw the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg up to the sky. As we extend the left leg up to the sky, same thing. See if you can push your hip bones down into your mat and then find length in the back of the leg. Release any tension that you're holding in the shoulders, the face, and just continue to breathe. On your next inhale, take the left knee into the chest, make that little ball shape. And we'll go ahead and rock and roll 3 times from sit bones to shoulders, massaging the back, sitting up tall on our sit bones as we come to that upward position. And then the third one, we'll meet in a comfortable seated position, any shape, yogi's choice. And as we come to this seated position, we're going to take a forward fold. So if that changes your seat shape, let yourself change now. And as we come into our forward fold, big inhale to sit tall. Take the arms overhead wherever you're at and just pause for a moment. Look up towards the sky, the ceiling, wherever you're at. Look towards the floating fingers. Big inhale to lengthen more through the spine, ground through the sit bones. Feel the strong posture muscles engage. And then on your next exhale, whenever you're ready, forward fold into the shape of choice. You can remain long spine here or round through the back. Depending on your shape, you might point through the toes or point the toes toward your face. The goal of the forward fold is to stretch through the back of the body. We are all feeling this in different places. Back of the legs, the neck, the shoulders. So listen, breathe into the spaces that you feel it, and take some time for those places to settle, to release. Big breaths into that shape, into those spaces. On an inhale, wherever you're at, walk yourself back up. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Let's change our leg shape. Doesn't matter where it's going, just change the leg shape. And then I want to practice a little bit more flexion and extension. So we had a request for shoulders. So this is going to get into those shoulders to start. Fingertips come towards the ears. Elbows are pushing out to the sides of the room and back. So draw the shoulders back together. Big long spine, push through the sit bones and through the top of the head, reach. And on an exhale, draw the elbows together, round through the upper back, tuck the chin towards the chest. On an inhale, sit tall, open up the arms, let the heart shine, maybe even look up and breathe through the front of the neck. On your pace with your breath, and exhale to round, to close. And then an inhale to activate, to open, to lengthen. 2 more times each direction. Take your time. The next time you come to that open position, we'll pause. And we'll take our arms behind ourselves. So as we take our arms behind, you can find the interlacing of all 10 fingers. wrist, forearms, elbows, some sort of bind behind here to open up through the chest. And as you find that bind, hold. Continue to sit tall as always, but see if you can still soften through the legs and the toes. We're going to move into that neck. So on an inhale, I want you to look up. Exhale, take the chin towards the heart, pause. Inhale over the right shoulder. Exhale back through center. Inhale over the left. Exhale back through center. Let's repeat that sequence. Inhale, look up. Breathe through the front of the neck, the chest. Exhale, chin to chest. Look towards the heart and the navel. Pause. Inhale over right shoulder. Create space in that left side neck. Exhale through the heart. Inhale over the left shoulder. Exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, look up. One more time through. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale over right shoulder. Hear yourself breathe. Exhale through center. Inhale over to the left. Exhale through center. Inhale, look up, gaze up one last time. We'll bring it back to our neutral neck position. Release the arms. Go ahead and just do a little dance with the arms. So create some movement. Maybe wrap the arms around you. Give yourself a little hug. Open up through the chest. Take the opposite arm on top. We're going to roll over into tabletop. So when you're ready, roll onto knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. And as we come into this tabletop, let's give ourselves a little pattern with those legs. So just go ahead and bounce the top of the feet into the mat. Maybe even take some time to move the feet on the ankles, point through the toes, point through the ankles. And then let the legs come to a pause. Press through the palms and the fingers. And as we activate through the hands, push through the tops of the feet. See if you can lengthen more through the top of the head and the tailbone. And as you lengthen more, you might find a little activation in that core. Here's our neutral tabletop. We're going to move through cat and cow. So on your next exhale, push away from your mat. Round through the shoulders and the hips. Look towards your navel. And then on an inhale, opposite directions. We take our navel towards the mat. We extend through the shoulders, the hips. We look up. Exhale, tuck and round. Create space in the back. Inhale, cow. Belly button comes to the mat. One more time, each direction. Exhale, cat. Push away from your mat. Stretch through the back. Inhale, move through the shoulders and the hips to draw the belly down. Look up. And then exhale, come to neutral tabletop. Let's tuck the toes. Let's come into a child's pose here with the toes tucked, just breathing into those toe creases. Set the hips back towards the heels and then walk the arms out. Reach them out and find length through the side body. As you find length through the side body, you're going to start to notice it in the lats. So right underneath those scaps and underneath the armpits, even in the shoulders. Option to keep the toes tucked or maybe untuck them. On an inhale, we're just going to walk our hands over to the right corner of our mat. Breathe through that left side body. Inhale, bring it back towards the top of your mat. We're still in child's pose. We're walking the hands over to the left side of the mat. Ground through the hips, stretch through that right side body. On an inhale, take the fingertips forward. And then walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes if they're not there still. And then reach the hips up to the sky. Find your down dog. As we come into our down dog, feel free to pedal through the heels, the knees, the hips. Just reaching length into the back of the legs. And then really equal pressure through the right and left side of the feet and the hands, all the way into the fingertips. Feel the strength of this pose, the opening and the lengthening of the back of the body of this pose. See if you can release through the shoulders, the neck, and the face. And on an inhale, walk the hands towards the feet and the feet towards the hands. Come into just a little ball shape. And as we come into a little ball shape, you can widen your stance for a little bit more access if that's better for you. Wherever you're at, feel free to drop the head and just breathe through the back of the body. On an inhale, we're going to press the hips up to the sky, forward fold. As we come into our forward fold, we might have to just give our knees some softening and even take our hands towards our thighs. Or maybe we hang heavy, top of the head towards the toes, arms dangle at the sides. So find a forward fold shape that really works for your body today. And on an inhale, we're gonna press through the feet. We're gonna stand up tall. So come all the way up, reach through the fingertips, big standing mountain pose. And just pause for a moment in your mountain pose. Press through the feet, engage the legs, squeeze the glutes, reach the belly button up to the diaphragm, lengthen to the top of the neck, the head. Look towards the floating fingers. We're opening up through the shoulders, the hips, strong in our mountain pose. On an exhale, tee the arms, take your time, push the hips back, hinge, forward fold, and then let the hands come down, hang heavy, let the head hang heavy. From here, we're gonna cross our right leg over our left, and you can take the legs wider or narrower, is a little bit harder with the balance. And then from here, we're gonna come right back up. So push through the feet, strong through the legs, reach and stretch. Exhale, take the right arm down, reach to the right side of the room. Feel the stretch in that left side body. Keep pressing through the legs. Knees are soft. Remember your gaze as we move through all these shapes today. You can keep it neutral towards floating fingers or towards grounded fingers and toes. Big breath into that left hip and left side body. Inhale to take it up through center. Exhale, take the left arm down, side bend, second side. Reaching the right fingertips over to the left side of the room. Opening up through the right side body. Little balance challenges, our legs are crossed, but also reaching into a little bit more back of the hip, the glutes. And an inhale, take it up. Exhale, with intention, slow down today. Push the back of the arms up to the sky. Forward folds, tee the arms. When you're ready, arms come down. Release the head, release the arms. Take the right leg back next to the left, so uncross the legs. And we'll go to second side. Cross the left leg over the right. Find your base of support that works for you. And then on an inhale, press through the feet, legs are strong, hinge and come right back up. Big reach and stretch. Exhale, we're taking that right arm down, coming across. So side bend, second time, just opposite leg is on top. Keep active through the legs, so you can even squeeze those glutes as you reach up out of the hips. My right arm is reaching down as my left arm is reaching over. Inhale to take it up. Exhale, take the left arm down, right arm comes across. Inhale, take it up. Again, slow and controlled, tee the arms. Push the back of the arms towards the ceiling as you draw the shoulders down and away, forward fold, come all the way down. And then we'll take the left leg uncross, feet are underneath the hips. Let's come right back up to standing. Big reach and stretch. From here, we'll take our feet together. And then let's go ahead and step our right leg forward. As we step our right leg forward, the left leg is back, high lunge. Reach through that back left heel. We're pulling this left hip up and back. As hard as you want to work today, you can go lower in your lunge, and as light as you'd like to take it, you might go higher in your lunge. So really make the choice that works for you. In this high lunge position, just a few times, we're going to hinge forward. I want to find that strong back, strong posture muscles. Inhale to take it up. Exhale, take the right arm down, reach and stretch. One more time with that flow. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge and fly. Inhale up. Exhale, right arm comes down. Breathe through that left side body. Inhale up to center. And then exhale, little balance challenge. Step that right leg back to meet the other leg. Second side. Inhale the left leg up. We're going to heel toe it forward. High lunge position. Reaching actively through the back right heel all the way up into the glute. Once you find your base of support and challenge, and inhale takes us forward to fly. Arms are active, reaching the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Inhale to take it up. Exhale, reach it over to the left side of the room, breathing into that right hip space. Inhale, take it up. One more time, each direction. Exhale, hinge and fly. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend towards the left side of the room. Inhale through center, pause. Balance, transition, push off that forward leg, come all the way up to stand. Woo! And then exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. Top of the head to the toes, arms hang heavy. And then we'll walk our hands and our feet out, find your down dog shape. From down dog, we'll bend the knees, we'll come down into tabletop. As we come down into tabletop, we're gonna go ahead and take our left hand underneath our heart. Our right arm is gonna reach all the way up. Big extension through the heart. And then exhale, thread the needle. Push the top of the right arm into the ground as hips come up and back. Rest on the right side of the head. We're breathing into that right shoulder space. So really draw the right shoulder down towards the hip, so away from the ear. Option to take the left hand to the top of your mat. Breathing into all the angles of that shoulder. On an inhale, walk the left hand underneath the shoulder. Big reach and stretch. Right arm comes all the way up to the sky. Exhale, take the right arm underneath, tabletop position. Take the right arm underneath the heart. When you're ready, inhale, float the left arm all the way up. Big reach and stretch. Exhale, thread the needle, second side, left arm comes underneath. Push through the back of the arm, and then create space between the left ear and the left shoulder. Draw the shoulder back away. And then as you settle in, see if you can soften through the toes, reach the hips back. Breathe into all the angles of the left shoulder. On an inhale, walk the right arm underneath the shoulder and then expand, reach, lengthen. Left arm comes up to the sky. Exhale, take the left arm down. We're gonna sit back on our heels. And as we sit back on our heels, we won't be here long. I know this can be kind of uncomfortable. Feel free to change the shape if it is. Inhale to take it up, big reach and stretch. And then exhale to twist towards your right. As we twist towards our right, we might take a little bind with the left arm outside of the right leg. Our right arm can come all the way to the low back and maybe even sneak into that left hip slightly. And then option to take the gaze over the right shoulder and just pause in this twist, breathing into the left side neck. See if you can really breathe heavy into the belly and the hips. On an exhale, we'll unwind, bringing everything towards the center and towards the front. Inhale, second side, arms come up. Exhale, twist to the left. Find your arm situation that works for you. Continue to make the spine long. And then option to take the gaze over that left shoulder. On an exhale, release, bring it back towards the center. And then we'll shift onto one hip. We're gonna make our way to our backs. So extend through the legs, come all the way on your backs. We're gonna find a happy baby pose. So we're gonna bring the knees up into the armpit area, the feet up to the sky. First and second fingers around the big toes or outside edges of the feet. And then feel free, just like we started class in that ball shape, just to rock on the low back, tucking the chin, pushing the spine into the mat underneath you. On your next inhale, just draw the knees into the chest. And we'll take the arms into a capital T. Knees are stacked over hips. On an exhale, we'll take the legs off to the right for just a double stacked twist here. And as we breathe into this left side body, you might play with your arms in T or goalpost, so like a figure 4 with your arms. You can look straight ahead or over the left shoulder. And continue to intentionally breathe into the hips and into the belly in your twist. On an inhale, press through the arms, engage through the core, draw the legs up over through center. And then on an exhale, take them over to the left. Open up the arms in any shape that works better for you. Change your gaze. Breathing into the belly and the hips, deep, full body breaths. On your next inhale, press through the arms and the core, draw the legs up over through center, and then feel free to start to make your way into your final shape. So your final Shavasana might include extending through the legs, and just like we started, that sleepy on our backs, restful position. And Shavasana is a shape of yoga as well. Sometimes it's one of the hardest shapes to just be. So for the next minute, spend this time breathing and being. I encourage you to stay in this shape and to rest as long as you need. It's been an honor to be with you, practicing self-care and breathing, just slowing down, taking care of our physical, mental, emotional, all the things we have going on. Thank you so much, Dux. Namaste.